I would like now to introduce our speaker for today, Holly Bunting. Holly Spencer Bunting is a partner in Mayer Brown's Washington, D.C. office and a member of the Consumer Financial Services Group. She practices in the areas of residential mortgage banking and consumer finance and concentrates on issues of federal and state regulatory compliance and enforcement. Holly focuses particular attention on advising mortgage companies and settlement agents on the TILA-RESPA integrated disclosure regulations and procedure disclosure requirements. Holly, welcome to the program. We are now ready to begin.
Thank you. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I know there are certain of you on the phone that's been living and breathing TRID since these disclosures were finalized in November 2013, and you've walked your companies through implementation planning and troubleshooting once those forms went live. Now, since the disclosures were first finalized, we're back again to talk about a new round of final TRID regulations. It's impossible in an hour's time to go through every change and clarification that's in these 560 pages of this new round of final regulations. But I want to spend some time today talking about many of the significant topics. Before we jump into those, though, I want to just take a minute to review how we got here. TRID actually celebrated its 2-year anniversary this week. The forms went live on October 3rd, 2015. It's kind of hard to believe it's been 2 years, but at the same time, it feels like forever ago. TRID really got started, the development of these forms really got started soon after the Dodd-Frank Act was finalized. The CFPB, before it was really a formed agency, got to work with their Know Before You Owe campaign and then worked towards proposing regulations in July 2012. With that initial round of proposed regulations, the CFPB received over 27,000 public comments in response to that rule. And then, of course, they finalized them, as I mentioned, in November 2013. That's the point where lenders and settlement agents really went to work trying to change processes and provide training and overhaul technology to be in a place to actually implement and use those new disclosure forms when they were required to in October 2015. And of course, almost immediately as that implementation planning started, the questions started popping up. When you write a series of very detailed regulations and then you start applying them to loan transactions, which are never one size fits all, there's bound to be questions and there's bound to be need for additional guidance, and that's exactly what lenders and settlement agents experienced. In response to that, the CFPB did offer some informal guidance to address these concerns. They held a series of webinars. They published a small business compliance guide, some other various written materials, and then they were often speakers at various trade association conferences to try to help answer questions from lenders. But of course, nobody likes informal guidance. To the extent there's an ambiguity in the law,